So I've been going back and forth the last couple of days with a guy on Facebook. I'm not going to bother saying his name. I know it's not his real name, and I have suspicions about who he really is. Doesn't matter. And this guy is the perfect example of a flying monkey. For those of you who don't know what a flying monkey is, it's where an abusive person, they'll spread through the grapevine or directly into people's ears how they're the victim. They did nothing wrong and everything was done to them. Okay? Works really well when women do it. And it gets to the point where, it's one thing to have people defend you whenever you're being attacked. Okay? But whenever these people go on the attack, that is a sure sign of a flying monkey. So whenever I post things on Facebook, I'm very careful not to direct the things that I say. I'm sure there are plenty of people who know exactly who it's all in relation to, but I don't direct anything that's actually said. Mostly do that to avoid litigation, but whatever. And this guy comes on there and starts ridiculing me. And at first, I don't bother defending against it. I'm used to people like that. I've had it my entire life, especially during my marriage. While she was going around telling people exactly how bad I was, and I was keeping silent about how bad she was. And I know what I just said is right on the verge, but anyway, I have lost friends because of the condition of my mind due to the stresses of being abused and having to remain silent about it. I've lost friends because of it. I lost a really good friend, someone I loved very much, because he thought I cut him out of a deal that I wanted him to be a part of. Because my head was so messed up, I forgot about even talking to him about it. And whenever the deal closed, it was too late. There was no salvaging it. And I wanted to tell him, I'm sorry. I forgot to include you in this. I wanted to. But my head was so messed up, I barely got this done. And the funny thing is the deal that I was closing with a group of people. I'll say it now, my riding club, motorcycle riding club. Can't call it motorcycle club. There is a difference. For those of you who don't know, the difference is irrelevant at this point. But our riding club, I wanted him to be at the founding of this club. And honestly, I could have not even been included in the building of this club at the foundation, and it still would have happened. I was being carried. I didn't actually do anything. My head was so messed up, decisions were impossible. I couldn't remember anything. And conversations took so much work that I tried to hide from conversation. And because I was so messed up in the head at this point, because of the abuse, I completely forgot that this friend of mine existed. Until he called me one day and said, I heard you formed a club. Oh yeah, I did. Why didn't you invite me? And I couldn't even tell him. So the point of a flying monkey is so the abuser can silence you without ever touching you or speaking to you. They do it vicariously. Through other people, that is. Because they will go through and smear your name. It's called the smear campaign. They'll go through and smear your name to anyone who will listen. That way, even if only a small percentage of people ally with them because of how terrible I was, they won't just defend that person. They will attack people for that person. The purpose of Flying Monkeys is to avoid accountability and continue the abuse without ever actually having to be involved. So, for those of you defending, I won't even say defending, going on the attack on behalf of a person, you need to find out the whole story. Because if you only hear half of it, you might just be attacking the victim. So, I'm not going to do it right now. But after the divorce is final, everything is done, I am going to post probably a very long video, or maybe a series of videos that chronicle not my divorce, but the course of my relationship with her from beginning to end. Everything I did wrong and everything she did wrong. Every pain I felt and every pain I inflicted. Anybody who's actually watching my videos on YouTube knows that I take accountability. You can watch my videos and see, yeah, I am admitting to wrong that I have done. Really big messed up stuff. Things that not only am I not proud of, but I really hate myself for ever having done. And no, I don't even see the point in forgiving myself. Before anybody says that, oh, you got to forgive yourself. Watch my videos. All of them, from beginning to now. And then ask yourself, does this person really need to be forgiven? I asked her for forgiveness. Not after it happened. Not while I was being even stupider after I cheated on her. But after I isolated the causes of my stupid behavior, eradicated those causes, and replaced those crappy behaviors with something a little healthier. I replaced that need to chase down affection that I wasn't receiving with investment. Not money. Investing affection into my wife, for which I was punished. Only after I changed all those behaviors, only after I tried to make amends, only after I grew and learned and improved, did I actually ask for forgiveness. She said she forgave me. That's why she put it on the divorce petition, because she forgave me. Almost 3 years after it happened. No, wait, hold on. Almost 4 years after it happened. She stayed with me for 3.5 years after I did that. The only reason she's putting that down, because it's the only legitimate reason that the courts will accept. Because absolutely refusing, violently refusing to take accountability is not a justifiable reason for divorce to the courts. So yeah, after the divorce is final, I'm not going to be silent anymore. I'm not going to let the abuse continue and keep my mouth shut. So, keep ridiculing me. Keep scorning me. Keep bullying me. One day, all of this will come out into the open. And those who attacked someone who didn't deserve it will hate themselves.